A new statue in Times Square we're told, turning heads. It's making people not only stop and stare, but also reflect. A rare feat in the middle of one of the busiest places in the world.
People stopping and going, what the hell is that? Is not the same as self-reflecting, brother.
Cydia Maldonado shows us why.
At 12 feet tall, in the middle of Times Square, stands a bronze sculpture of a young woman.
It's instantly stood out. It's powerful.
It's so tall and big.
Gangsters and gays. That's how black men are represented on the world stage. Gangsters and gays. Every time they try to present black men in the light, it's never as good fathers. It's always gangsters and gays. And every time they represent black women, it's always an obese, aggressive, single woman that doesn't have a family beside her or behind her. Go figure.
The sculpture, created by artist Thomas Price, was unveiled at Duffy Square last week, and in just a matter of days, it has stopped hundreds in their tracks. Who is she? Well, technically, she's whoever you want her to be.
Me being a plus-size black woman, I kind of looking at it was just like, oh, I wonder what me as a small child would have thought looking at something like that. Representation.
The piece is part of a series called Grounded in the Stars, which Gene Cooney, director of Times Square Art, says confronts preconceived notions of identity and representation.
To have this work here is making a statement, potentially asking questions about what we value as a city, as a society, and hopefully it's
what do we value as a city and as a society? We value obesity, having the shortest lifespans in America as a demographic because of heart disease coming from the obesity, single motherhood, being the last to get married and the first to be divorced. Or those are the things that we want to say that we value in society. This seems more like mocking than it does appreciating something. It seems like you're being mocked, not appreciated with this statue. This is silly. This is literally the definition of a participation medal. We are in, as a demographic, in last place in the country, but people are applauding a participation medal.
a tribute to our shared humanity.
Tourists and New Yorkers we spoke with expressed different interpretations of what she represents to them.
It's a plus-size woman. I'm a plus-size man. I'm African-American. It's the African-American woman statue. So just seeing another piece for me to stop and just have a moment with was very powerful.
If you look at the eyes, it's looking straight at something. It's focused. It's purposeful.
The sculpture proves to be a well-liked juxtaposition placed among the more traditional statues in Times Square, which is the goal, according to officials, of placing said artwork in such a significant area.
Coming from a person of color background as well, it's really nice to see something come across as like this everyday person that looks a little bit out of place. But I also think that's because of where we are standing. It might not look out of place if everything in our surrounding reflected everyday life more to us.
I don't really care what the reason was for this. I just think it's absolutely insulting. And whoever is over this, whoever approved this, you're ugly and your mom is ugly. Why would you? Why is this okay? And black women, I'm gonna say this is a pulse check for us, okay? Let's take some real introspection about this foolishness. This is a nightmare, okay? I don't care what the reason is, and you don't have to, well, it's in the name of inclusivity, but why are we the mascot for this?
Exactly.
Why are we the mascot for foolishness like this? And then also the perception of black women. Look how black women been bad for decades. For years, okay? And I'm talking about, when I say bad, I'm talking about curvy, small waist, hips, collarbone popping. You know, it was class. We had class. Now we're fat, worn out, belly hanging, bloated, hair stringy, hands on our hips, mad at the world. The biggest clapback that you can do is get yourself together. Black women, we are the most overweight. We are. Out of all the groups, we just are.
And I think what a lot of people don't understand is this also affects marriage. This also affects how men see you and if they see you as attractive or not. Your level of attraction in a marriage and maintaining your weight is important, not only for women, but also for men. So when you look at like these divorce rates and when you look at these less likelihood to be married, and then you see the fact that I think it's something about 78% of American women specifically are overweight or obese, then you understand why a lot of these stereotypes are put into place. Like, this is a bad representation of what it means to be black. And I go to Africa every year, and I go for about a month out of every year. And when I speak to those people there, they say even in African countries, the only representation that they get of black people and how we actually behave in America is what they see on movies and TVs and the representation that's pushed out there. So when you see statues like this, the people around the world are going to see a single black woman with her hands on her hips. It fits the narrative of the angry black woman. They're not going to see a family behind her. Why couldn't this statue have a man in it? Why couldn't this statue have a man next to her with children around those people, around them, celebrating that? Why is this the image that black people should accept being pushed out of us? Why is this the image that black people approve of? This isn't what we want in our culture and in our customs. So why are people okay with this being the representation of us? I'm telling you now, they had dispositions of what it meant to be a black man and a black woman because of what they seen on movies and TV, and that's all the access they get to what it means to be African American is movies and TV. So when you push this type of representation out there, it looks horrible. It looks horrible.
And don't give me the Popeye's chicken thing. And well, you know, it's the way I'm talking about black women in general. Just check yourself. Check yourself. You don't have to be the face of all this foolishness, inclusivity. Why? And don't give me the DEI conversation, because I really can go in on that too, because you didn't benefit from that. And so please stop talking about it. Please stop. See, they'll put you the face of all these policies, but not change anything at the same time.
Yep. White women were the #1 beneficiaries of DEI. When it came to black people, I think we were somewhere around 5th or 6th on the list in terms of beneficiaries of DEI. But when you think of DEI, it's always a black face you think of. But the black folks weren't even the ones that benefited from it. But sometimes it's not even about the things that you benefit from or the image that's portrayed. It's also about the things you celebrate. And when you look at our culture and the things that we tend to celebrate within the worst parts of our culture that's pushed out, these are minorities, okay? Let's make that understood. Most black men are not violent criminals. Most people are not violent criminals. It is a small majority in our community that gets a lot of praise and gets pushed out there as the image of black people, but is not a representation of the majority of black people, black men, or black women. But when you start celebrating this image also, it tells other people that this is what your culture is about. This is what we want other cultures to believe that our culture is about. Single motherhood, obesity. It's silly.
You still at the bottom socio-economically. That's what I'm trying to say too. You're still at the bottom. Most educated, but still at the bottom.
Yeah, that most educated stat is silly too. It's women and black women enroll more, but they don't graduate more. So more black women are educated in the sense that they're enrolling, but they're not finishing colleges at the same rate or finishing college at the same rate. So even that all of that stuff is just pushed out to separate black men and black women by putting black women to the forefront and saying you're better than your men and giving them a way to feel that way. And it's just not true. We're better when we're together. That's not even debatable. And the reason why black people in America are at the bottom of the totem pole is because we don't have families in 2-parent households and 2-income households even sometimes. Other communities don't have an issue being with each other and being in a 2-income household. But when you look at our community, we have conversations about 50-50 or whatever it may be, instead of both people bringing what they got and making stuff work and making stuff happen. So it's a lack of families. And then when you realize you ain't got no capital in a capitalistic society, of course you ain't going to have no say-so and no power. Don't nobody care about you. They just make statues of black folks and wave it out as a participation medal. And black folks just be eating it up like this stuff is good for us. This stuff is horrible. It's bad on our image.
And you wonder why they deem us unattractive. Look at us. Look at it. See, everybody else in the world thinks black women are absolutely amazing. Attractive, beautiful, the way we carry ourselves collectively, right? America is this is it right here. Like,
not true.
Black women just needs to be seen as this.
No, she thinks that it's just America, but it's all around the world. Black women are the least desired all around the world, and it isn't because of beauty. It's because of perceived attitude. It's because of statues like this. It's because of the aggressive black woman always being pushed to the forefront as a representation of what it means to be black. That's the reason why black women are the least desired, not because of attraction. Obesity has a part to play in it too. But yeah, it comes down to your image. Don't no man in no other country, even no other country, want to deal with a woman that is perceived to be aggressive. It's just not gonna work that way.
There is a such thing as propaganda. There is a such thing as a narrative. There is a such thing as being erected in the middle of the busiest city or the heaviest populated city in so many ways in America, and the black woman is the face of a policy that we've never benefited from. It's very insulting. And whoever did this, whoever approved this, whoever made this, whoever created this statue, you ugly and your mom's ugly. And it's very embarrassing. Black women, get yourself together, lose that weight, become your own dream girl, get your health together, get yourself together, get your money game up. And if you got to leave here, leave here. Go where you're celebrated. Go where the perception of you is absolutely positive, absolutely receiving with joy.
Yeah, that's nowhere, Mel. There is nowhere in the world where you're perceived with joy. One of the biggest exports in America is our media. And black people in the media have been represented poorly since the civil rights movement. And we've allowed it too, by the way. Now, there is a group or a community that has came in and taken over a lot of the record labels and a lot of the movies. And, you know, we could get into some of the stuff Kanye been talking about, but, you know, I ain't trying to go there. I enjoy having my platform. But this group of people have hijacked what it means to what black culture means, and they sell it in a way where it's not beneficial to the image of black people. And there are black people who take advantage of the fact that they can get a payday, and they sell out. So it's not a good thing, and it's not only this group of people that's responsible for what's going on with the image of black people, but it's also the black people that also decide to sell out. But there's nowhere in the world where this image isn't the perception of what black women are. She talked about everything you need to be getting together. You need to be getting your family together. You need to be getting your family together, prioritizing family, building, because that's the only way you can build capital. And in a capitalist society, you don't have a say if you don't build capital. Everything else is silly. You need family. The future of family is not single black women. It's not single black women in shape. It's not single black women in careers. It's family. It's that simple. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L, and give me the HBO special. That's help brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.